today is September 14th, and Hayden and I are out cutting on some barley. It has taken a hail, so we're only getting anywhere from 40 to 50 probably has been the best I've seen, and there's tons and tons of grass in it. We took a sample on this field about 2 weeks ago, and that's how long we've had to wait till the grass had died enough for us to come in and cut it. Usually by now we've had a freeze and it'll just kill that grass and we can just sickle right through this stuff. Definitely not happening this year. We've pretty much been 90 every day except for today. That rainstorm, I don't know if you can see it, it's been kind of coming and going in little pieces over the top of us, and we've had to stop a couple times and just make sure it's not just gonna pour down rain on us. So far so good. We're pretty close to being done. I mean, maybe I'd say an hour and we'll be done with this field. We finished up that half circle of canola I was on Saturday. I took Sunday to catch up on housework and go grocery shopping, and tomorrow we're back into canola and hopefully onto another field of this barley. It just depends on how bad the grass is and if we have to wait. So when we get out on the canola tomorrow, I will get a video because the guys from Pioneer Seed will come help us set the combines, and I'll hopefully be able to show you guys all of that. So everyone have a good day. Hello, today is Saturday the 18th, I believe. So we have finally made it to left. So it's all laid out in windrows. And we're trying to get the combine set. There's some of it is. I'll try to get some seeds so I can show you. It's super, super tiny. Is it focusing? I can't tell. There, maybe it'll. Seed is super tiny. So we are working on getting stuff set and how we need it, and then we got like 3 circles of that barley cut and it went okay. It just wasn't good, I think, from the hail and just a lot of different things. So Ryan's dumping trucks from that from yesterday. He brought me the blue peat and the yellow peat, or the red peat. We cannot use the yellow peat or Ryan's combine because he already cut a different variety. And even though we've used the machines and cleaned them, we're not allowed to cross-contaminate. So I have 2 circles out here. It's a pretty view though. The mountains look gorgeous today. So yeah, super busy, and we may be headed out next week for Milo. So we'll see. Sorry, Ryan needed my help. So we started the combine back up. There is a mule deer out here. I can honestly say I've never seen a mule deer out on the valley floor. I mean, because we're like in the center, if not kind of a little east. Just a little buck, happy as can be out there. He's I don't think, no, it won't let me zoom. He's just straight over, he's like right there over the green fertilizer tank. So yeah, we might be headed for Milo next week, and so we're trying to get everything done here so we can hit the road. Today is September 18th and we're servicing up the combines. Before we start this morning, we're going to be cutting some durum, and as of right now, this is our last job. So we have about 100 acres of durum for this farmer, and then we will be finished up unless the phone starts ringing. We do have some soybeans that we have talked to a farmer about, but they're about 40 miles away and not quite ready yet, so we'll just kind of see where we are in the time frame for getting the kids home to be able to start school. About the 1st of November we're kind of hoping for, so that they can be home for basketball season this year. They've been getting home kind of for the tail end of it. Actually, Regan hasn't gotten to play since we haven't been home in time, and then Colson's just getting about 3 to 5 games left of the season when we get there, coming in so late. So it may end up working out that we'll get them home in time to start the season this year. So time shall tell.
trailer. Have not done very many updates this year due to me battling allergies all summer long due to it being wet down south. And also my harvest run this year just didn't seem that interesting due to we started in Vernon, Texas, where we normally do, ended up going out to Spearman, Texas in the Panhandle, and ended up staying there for a long time due to rain. And so my whole harvest run consisted of Texas other than 1 week in Grant, Nebraska. Then we ended up home and it's a massive drought up here, so we ended up sitting 3 to 4 weeks because once we got home it did start raining a little bit, so pushed us back a ways, so ended up kind of just sitting around the shop getting things ready. And now we are in full swing in harvest up in northern North Dakota. We just finished up small grains, which is wheat and canola for us last week, and this weekend we brought up a corn header up to West Hope, and we're getting that all ready and ended up starting to cut corn, which is very odd because we ended up cutting corn before we cut soybeans up here, which in North Dakota we cut our soybeans before our corn. Normally we get down to soybeans, wait a little bit, and then we cut our corn, but due to the drought everything is messed up this year. So got going on that. Right now I am actually on my way back to the shop with a header trailer to get another corn head. I am running home to get my kids because we are not going to be starting soybeans for a couple days, so I'm gonna go hang out with them for the night because during fall harvest my kids stay back at home with my mom, and my mother-in-law had them last night, so I can stay on the harvest run and keep going, but they get to start school at their main school. So that's how we run our fall harvest. So every time I have off I take off and head home to be with them. I put on a lot of miles, but just have to have my time with them. So I am on my way back home right now to hang out with them. It's kind of been a little bit of a blessing. We've had a rain weekend about every weekend since North Dakota started, which is crazy because we've had no rain up here all year. So I have been able to be home every weekend with them. And last week I ended up having to be home with them all week due to them all having colds and being home from school. So I just kind of run wherever I'm needed. Just finished up at the camper cooking some meals that my sister-in-law Danica can just throw in and prepare for us while we're in the field. And now I am off to go pick up some parts in Rugby and then off to home, and hopefully we get a call tomorrow that we are needed back up in West Hope. Me and a couple of the guys will be heading back up there. So hoping that the beans will be ready and we can head back up there and get cutting them, and that way we can get home for good for the year. So I'll keep you guys updated.
Good morning. Today is the 21st, and I finished the other canola field last night around 8:30, and I have moved over to this other one. They're both the same variety, so we didn't have to change combines or anything, so I'm staying here. So hopefully they're doing potato harvest. I don't know if to see it, so you can kind of see the dust. So they're harvesting potatoes like right next door to where I'm at, the same farm as who we're cutting for right now. They're our really good friends. So I will try to get over there closer, because last year I shared, the potatoes coming in to the sellers and how they get delivered. Well, this is how they get dug and then hauled off to either be loaded straight onto a reefer trailer, or they go into the potato seller, because they sometimes do like dig to order, and there'll be a guy that sends 2 or 3 trucks or sometimes more, and they do a special order just for them, and then the rest of it, sometimes the rest of them will just go into potato sellers, and then they'll just get loaded out all winter long, and then some of it is already put away for seed. So hopefully I will get a chance. I don't know how close they are to being done with that field. It looks kind of like soon. I'll try to get a video of that so you guys can see where your potatoes come from. Okay, I kind of have to make this fast because I don't want to be in their way. So right now they just finished that potato truck here in the front. This tractor here is digging them up and bringing them up out of the rows. And so then the next potato truck will pull up underneath the harvester. So the digger digs it, and then they'll come with the harvester and fill those trucks. And this is just what they keep doing. Some guys run self-propelled, some guys don't. But this is how this farm operates, and they run, I believe, 3 different crews. So the trucks are going non-stop. They're different varieties. They go to different warehouses. And yeah, I mean, it's quite the production when you think about everything that goes into get this from the field to your table. Let's see, look, there's a potato truck right there. Empty. But that's the little tandems that they haul them on. And there you go. So see, the digger has come, the potatoes are on top, and then the harvester comes along and it picks up those potatoes that have been brought to the top and just fills those trucks. Okay, I have to go back to cutting. Okay, so there's a truck coming by. He's full of potatoes. Hopefully I can catch him. Probably thinks I am. There they go, all full. And then when they get to the cellar, they will sort them by size, and they get sorted into different, oh, there's a couple guys. So yeah, they're super busy, and that's how it all comes together. Good afternoon. Okay, so I had to jump out and move the sprinkler so I can pick up these windrows right here. And since I was out, I kind of wanted to show everybody canola how it's done for seed. So this is considered a pod. So then when it thrashes out, maybe, oh yeah, they're so tiny. So can you see the little black seeds? So how we do it is, so this row right here is males, and it's a narrower row. I want to say these are 15 and these are 5. They're super small. So they go male, female all the way across the field. The bees come and they spend all summer on the fields and they pollinate and make everything happy, and then when they get to a certain point when the flowers do on the females, they will mow the males so that they stop the pollination process. And because we grow seed here, there can be no commercially grown canola because it will cross-pollinate and it can destroy the different varieties and breeds that we have. So what we do is we grow the seed for places like North Dakota, Canada, South Dakota, any of those places that grow commercially on a really big level. This is the seed, and then some of it also gets sent overseas. I believe Japan buys a lot of seed, and that's just how it works. So this is we're in our last half for the year. I did that whole one yesterday. I don't think I'm gonna get this one done today. We had a blocked fuel filter, and so it's just been kind of one of those days. And so when we cut it, we go ahead and lay it out in a windrow behind us, and guys actually come in and bale this, and their cattle, and the cattle absolutely love it. And it makes an amazing amount of bales. There's just hundreds of them out here, and you would never expect it. But we are using every part of it that we can for everything that we can.
Morning, boys. It's Western Day of homecoming week. We gotta get in the mood. That's not how cowboys get up. I'm lonesome but happy, rich but I'm broke, and the good Lord knows the reason. I'm just a cowpoke. Why are you just a cowpoke, huh? Huh?
Come on, let's get excited about the day.
I ain't got a dime in these old worn out jeans, so I stop eating steak. I go back to these. I'll pick
Come
up
on,
just
boys.
fine. And Prescott, I know, riding the drums in the big rodeo.
Today is September 22nd, and I just got a short tutorial from Dylan on how to run the fent, and so I am out brush hogging some of the sloughs, getting rid of some of these weeds. Normally these are too wet to farm or anything, so we're getting them cleaned up while it's dry. So I'm gonna brush hog everything, and then later on Dylan's got the choker hooked up to the quad track, so he's gonna bring it over and work on at all the spots that I clean up, and so hopefully this spring they can go ahead and plant it. Today is September 25th, and it is a Saturday, so we are having a family day out at the farm. We're out at the lease land that we have here in North Dakota. Dylan and Colston got the land all ripped up the other day and got it finished, and so now Dylan is going to use the quad track and run the sulfur, and Colston will be running the fent, picking up rocks. Last week we enjoyed some football games. Colston had one on Monday. Riggin had his first flag football game on Thursday, so we enjoyed that. Woo! Good job, Riggin! Last night we actually went to the homecoming game, and it was a battle between two undefeated teams. Unfortunately, we did not come out on top. It literally went down to the last play of the game, and the other team scored. So they ended up losing by 1 touchdown. So it was an amazing game. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if everything goes good today, we will finish harvest here at home. Like, we're definitely all very tired, but everything, we just finished servicing, and we're getting headers loaded and trucks are ready to go, and we will be moving, probably 15 miles north of here to finish, and it's just a half circle. So yeah, I'll try to get some video once we are out of the field, but we are in the home stretch. Okay guys, it is still the 25th. It's about 20 to 6 in the evening. I am on probably the last 10 or 15 acres of our last circle for Harvest at Home. We probably would have been done probably 2 or 3 hours ago, maybe more. but we lost a bearing on the 9060, and yesterday we lost a bearing in the rock trap bearing, I think is what it is, in the other case combine, and the cleaning fan is still out in the 9070, and none of them are like big fixes. The cleaning fan's gonna take a little bit. We gotta take the whole bottom part out of my combine kind of to get that fixed, but it's just me and Ryan and the kids, and so there is no time to stop. It's supposed to rain Monday, which we are praying it does, because I really think it's been since like July since we had rain. I mean, we need it so bad. So we're trying to get this done, and so I've been out here cutting by myself, and Hayden's in the car, and Ryan's running truck. And we were talking this morning, and in God's honest truth, I think we've had one day since we started the wheat run in June that we have not been either in the field moving equipment or getting equipment ready for harvest at home, and that was a day when we transitioned from wheat here at home into canola. And it's just because the elevators were closed and we just kind of needed a little break. And even then I still went grocery shopping and did a ton of stuff around the house, but it's been stressful, but at the same time you feel very blessed because you've had the work and you've been just pushing and pushing, trying to get stuff done. And so it kind of feels like a double-edged sword sometimes, but definitely more blessed than anything. And we are excited to see the end of the finish line. The kids are dying to go to the mountains, and they said this morning, Mom, we haven't been fishing all summer. And so we want to get done and get stuff moved home and take the kids to the mountains and let them go fishing and just kind of have a couple days of R&R, and then start getting stuff cleaned up. And then I think we'll probably be headed south for fall. So that is our update for today, and we're kind of excited. We did it. Last of Harvest 2021 at home.